Painkiller Ghosts, Chapter 24. Good morning, Van Gogh, sweetie, freaky. This is now, and this is how it is. Stan doesn't feel good right now as he did when he went to bed last night with a painkiller or two in his stomach. He doesn't feel quite as good as he did last night, but that can be changed in a few minutes. He wakes up first. Aaron's asleep in the bed. The first thing he does is go to the kitchen. Next to the sink, he opens the spice cabinet with the sage and cumin, paprika, peppers, vitamins, and pill containers. He grabs the new one for his sliced ear, and he takes off the top. He takes out a pill, just one, and he swallows it. Then he turns on the faucet in the sink and leans down and swallows that pill with the first tap water of the day. He grabs a grapefruit and a cutting board, bamboo one, and he slices the grapefruit in two, cuts out each section individually, and then puts the knife down. He lays down 2 paper towels, takes out 2 more pills, and sandwiches the pills between the paper towels. He opens one drawer, the one with the silverware, and then he closes it and opens the next one, the ones with the knives and the wine openers. He takes out a wooden mallet, a crab mallet. He hates this mallet. The end is always coming off, getting loose. He hates it because he got it on the honeymoon with his ex-wife. And then he hits the 2 pills 3-4 times. He hits them straight down and lifts the mallet up so as not to tear off parts of the paper towels into the pills. He puts the mallet down. He takes off the top paper towel, makes sure no crumbs of pills are there, and he balls it up and he throws it towards the trash can and he misses. He lifts up the other paper towel into a U shape and he holds it above the grapefruit slices and he taps the small chunks of Percocet pills down. Stan throws the paper towel into the trash. He opens the cabinet to the right and pulls out a sugar bag. He pours some of the bag straight down onto the grapefruit. He puts the sugar away. Now he grabs a spoon, takes one bite, and puts the spoon down to rest on the grapefruit. He pulls the coffee maker forward into the counter more and plugs it in. He keeps the coffee in the fridge, so he opens it and grabs it from next to the orange juice and the old milk. He turns on the tap, gets the cup, and fills it with water. He pours the water in the coffee maker, takes a bite of grapefruit, and then fills the cup with water again. He opens another cabinet and gets a coffee filter, puts it in the coffee maker, and then spoons some ground coffee beans into the filter. He takes another bite of grapefruit. He closes the top of the coffee maker. He twist ties the coffee shut and puts it back into the fridge. He turns on the coffee maker and takes another bite of the grapefruit. He turns and walks around the room and grabs his cell phone from where it was watching Aaron and him on the counter across the room. He takes the phone and plugs it into the charger next to the coffee maker. He takes another bite of his grapefruit. He hears the floor squeak behind him. Good morning, Van Gogh, sweetie. Aaron smiles and winks at Stan, who almost forgot about the bandage on his ear until his left nostril starts to bleed again. Time wakes up and has to look around and determine where he is and then determine what happened last night. He is in the den on the sofa and waking up to one of those home shopping channels, and it's 6:37 in the morning. He closes his eyes but can't go back to sleep. At 6:46, he gets up. He walks into the kitchen and opens the fridge, takes out a bottled water, a nice cold one, opens it, puts it on top of the counter, and drinks about 1/3 of it. Again, it's time. He goes to the closet, finds his sweatshirt, and pulls a glass pipe and a baggie from the pocket. He's got a lighter in the khaki pants he's wearing from last night. He opens the baggie, nice, fresh, green buds with crystals he can see, red hair, so when he touches it and smells his finger, the smell lingers. He knows he shouldn't be keeping it in a bag, and his pocket is too good, but he's got some more. He puts the sweatshirt on, the one that he took a stash from, and he opens the back door, heads out on the deck into the back, and closes the door behind him. He can see his breath. It's a little dark still, or maybe just a little light. He has the glass pipe in his right hand, his good hand. He puts it down. He takes the lighter out of his right pocket. Then he picks up the pipe with his left hand, not too firm because he needs his right hand for his lighter. He thinks that sometimes the big bowls never last too long, and he goes back inside. He puts the pipe back in the pocket of the sweatshirt and he takes it off and drops it on the floor in the closet. He walks over from the cabinet next to the sink and he opens it and grabs a coffee mug. He turns the sink on and watches it for a minute and a half, until some steam starts to rise from the bottom of the sink, and then he fills the coffee mug with hot tap water, not quite to the top. He gets a tea bag from the other cabinet, sticks it in the mug of water, and then opens the microwave. He programs in 1 minute and 27 seconds and presses start with his right hand. He stares into the microwave for the whole time, almost a minute and a half, and he watches the mug turn in a circle in the carousel in the microwave. It beeps and startles him. He continues to stare into the microwave for a second, 2, 5. Then he reaches up with his right hand, the good one, and opens the door, takes the mug out. It burns his fingers a little, and he puts it down quickly on the glass range below. He opens another cabinet and takes out a salad bowl. He opens the same cabinet that has sugar in it and takes out a box of grits. Instant grits, 1 minute in the microwave. He opens the fridge, searches for some butter and milk. He finds vegan butter, organic goat milk. He takes some sea salt, mixes it. He puts the bowl in the microwave. 2.5 minutes. He presses the start button and then he grabs his sweatshirt from the closet floor, puts it on, opens the door, and goes out and smokes another pipeful. When he comes in, the beeper is going off. He opens the microwave and takes out the grits, puts them on the counter, picks up a spoon, and stirs them. He adds a little more salt. He picks up a pencil that has dropped on the floor. He holds it in his right hand, his good hand. He walks to the drawer to the left of the silverware. He opens it and pulls out a white legal pad of paper. He blows on his tea. He takes the tea bag out of the mug and throws it into the trash. He blows on the tea again and takes a sip. He walks back over to the drawer to the right of the silverware, opens it, and takes out a garlic grinder. He puts it on the counter. He walks across the room and opens a drawer and takes out 2 pill containers. He opens them and places the plastic tops on the countertop in a row. He takes 2 pills from one and 1 from the other, and he puts them in the garlic grinder in place of a garlic clove, and he smashes them up. Not much of it came through the other end, and he has to use a butter knife and then a fork to get the crushed pills out, and he does, and he gets it all into the bowl of grits, and that's been cool on the counter, and he stirs it all together. He adds butter and a splash of the milk to the grits and pills, and continues to stir as he stares into the other room at the home shopping channel that's still on the television screen. He takes a bite of the grits, then another and another. He puts the spoon down and picks up the pencil again and starts doodling, just drawing lines on the paper in front of him. And there is a creaking on the floor behind him, and it's his mother, Mama Exler. As she walks past him, looks down at his drawing, says, "Good morning, Van Gogh. Freaky." And then he finishes up his grits as she makes her first cup of tea of the day.